Hey everybody, my name is Taylor and I am currently 17 weeks and 2 days pregnant. And today we're going to talk about, were we trying when we got pregnant? How was my first trimester mainly? So let's get into it. Me and my husband, we've been married for 3 years and we knew we wanted kids. We wanted to start trying this year. And we started trying in January. And then, you know, you go your whole life like trying not to get pregnant. And then you're like, wait, like let's actually like try to get pregnant. And it's like not as easy as you think. You know, we were trying and it didn't happen until 6 months for us. This is Kobe, he wants to say hi. He's like right next to me. So it didn't happen for 6 months. And it was honestly like really discouraging in the beginning because you're like, okay, like I'm gonna get pregnant like right away. Like my cycle is like super regular. I was on birth control, but I had not been on birth control for like 2 years. Trying, and then in 6 months it happened. And honestly, you cannot try. Like, I wish, I mean, a lot of people did tell me that, but you really cannot try. The body has to be so relaxed. And a lot of my friends would say, you guys need to go on a vacation. And they are so right, because it probably happened. We were in Palm Springs for our anniversary, celebrating 3 years together, and it just happened. I don't know how it happened. It's not like we were like all over each other 24/7, if you know what I mean. It just takes one time, I guess. So we came back and there was a lot of fun the month of August for us, because that was our anniversary trip, and then 2 weeks later we went to Vegas to surprise my mom for her birthday. And so for the whole month of August, it was just a lot of fun. Our anniversary trip to Palm Springs, our Vegas trip with the family, and pregnancy was last on my brain. Because again, like it didn't happen for like 5 months, 6 months. You take those pregnancy tests, you freak out, you think, oh my God, I'm pregnant. And you just keep getting not pregnant, not pregnant, not pregnant. So eventually you just kind of like lose hope in a way. Like you think like maybe this just isn't like meant for my body. Even though it's 6 months. The doctors, we went to the doctors and she was like almost positive, like we're okay, like you guys just need to try, and it can take up to a year. We came back and I didn't notice any like symptoms like right away, but like some like red flags for me was when we came back, I got so emotional about the Vegas trip, and it was just something dumb, something weird, and I was bawling my eyes out. Even my husband was like, are you okay? Like that's like not me. Like I can be an emotional person, but like I don't like cry. So that was like really weird. I was like, what the heck's wrong with me? I was supposed to start my period like maybe the following week, and she just never came. I got cramps, like total cramps, like it was gonna start any single day, and the cramps just never or the cramps would come like a period, right? And then they just stay there and they get worse and worse, and then finally you start. But for me, it was cramps, they would go away, and I was like, they never go away. Like that was a really weird indicator. So also I was bloating. I was so bloated. I was bloating. I was so bloated. It like was pretty like not, it was just so uncomfortable. I even got waxed by my friend, and she was like, what is, like, you girl, you are bloated. And she's been waxing me for like a year. And I said, oh my God, I know, like don't judge me, I'm gonna start my period like any second, like it's just bloated periodness. And then I was like, you know what? Like, yes, I was late. My app told me like, girl, you are late. And I just was like, nope, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and be at least 5 days late, at least until I take a test. Because I've done the test 2 days late, 3 days late, and it would say not pregnant. So sometimes, you know, your cycle fluctuates, and I was extremely active at the month of August, like working out, doing Pilates. We got super into pickleball, and I was a maniac with working out. So maybe I thought like, oh, maybe like my cycle's like thrown off right now. Plus we were like traveling kind of a lot too, which we normally don't do. But Sunday came around and I was like, first thing I did, I woke up, I was just like, I'm gonna take a test. Like, I don't know, like something feels different. And I took the test. It was a digital one, and my husband was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, like every male, right? And I was like pacing back and forth in the room, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look in the bathroom. I like peeked my head in the door, and then I could tell there was less words like on the stick. So then I just walk over and I see it said pregnant, and I didn't even think to like record myself. Like now I go on TikTok, like all these girls had the phone like right there, like recording them, looking at their reactions of the stick, and I wish I could have did that to see my reaction and to like replay that. But I immediately started shaking. I didn't immediately start crying. I was just shaking. I was in complete utter shock. And my husband is still in the bathroom. I also have no idea how girls can like present to their husbands like all cutesy, like get a onesie, probably made on Etsy, and like still keep the secret from him and like record. Oh no, when you get that kind of news, I was shook to my core. So I get the stick and I'm just like walking over to like the bathroom, like where he's at, and I just like hand it to him, and my eyes are just like sticking like out of my head, and he freaked out. He was on the toilet. I didn't get the big old TikTok hug, kiss, amazing reaction. We were just in total shock. And once he got out of the bathroom, of course, we were like crying. He gave me a hug. We were like, wow, this is happening. So move forward. I found out I was pregnant by like 4.5 weeks, and I didn't have any symptoms. I was just bloated and not really anything yet. I was like, oh my God, I feel great. I hope this is how my whole pregnancy is. Yeah, no. I really felt symptoms kick in by week 6. Week 6, it was so much nausea. It was a lot of fatigue, and just having those slow mornings. So I am a lash artist. I own a lash salon, and I'm really busy with clients. And luckily, the beauty of being a business owner, you're able to customize your schedule. So my clients were, of course, so understanding. And I told all my clients, obviously, like, you know, I told people right away that were very close to me, my family, obviously, and my clients, because I see my clients every 2, sometimes 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And just in case I had a hard day, let's say, and I had to cancel my whole day, I wanted them to know what was going on. Also, I know I'm breathing like a lot, like heavy and hard. This is a second trimester symptom. I don't know if everything's like being pushed up and like your lungs are more condensed, but just bear with me. I wasn't expecting to be so nauseous, but you can't have it all, because I never threw up to this day. Never have thrown up. Thank you, Jesus. Like, because throwing up is one of my most biggest phobias, and it gives me so much anxiety. So God doesn't give you what you can't handle. I've never thrown up, and I just was really nauseous, like, and the only thing that would kind of help was eating. And you're nauseous, like, you don't want to eat, but you literally have to eat. At least snacking little, just here and there all throughout the day. I highly recommend eating high protein snacks if you can, but honestly, just eat whatever you can. Whatever you need to eat to survive, that's what you gotta eat. So for me, I had this really weird craving pretty early on in my pregnancy. I think I was like 9 weeks, and I wanted Jack in the Box every day. I even had Jack in the Box sometimes twice a day, breakfast and like a late night snack. And it was, my go-to was a breakfast Jack combo with the coffee in the morning. And honestly, I wouldn't really drink the coffee. I would probably have like 10 sips maybe. And it was mainly the aroma, like the smell that just like, oh, it just, when I smell that coffee, it literally makes my nausea go away. And it's bizarre. A lot of girls get gagging reflexes or even triggers to throw up with like the toothbrush. Honestly, the toothbrush has never bothered me. It was very weird things that would trigger the nausea. Like usually right after eating breakfast, I don't know, it just kind of was like, ugh, but then you would feel better in like 30-45 minutes once it started to digest. But like for me, it was like while I was getting ready in the morning, like right after the shower, or even in the shower, I had a gagging episode. So, or even just changing and getting ready triggered the gagging. It's so bizarre. You don't know what's gonna cause it, but you need to be gentle on yourself and just take it day by day. If you're watching this and you're struggling right now, just know that you gotta take it day by day. You gotta be gentle on yourself and don't put so much pressure, and accept the changes. I'm still accepting the changes, but there was a period where I want to say from like week 7, 8, I started feeling mentally like not good. I was kind of felt like I was in a depressive state, and I have never had depression. I just have anxiety, which we could talk in another video about that. But I felt really sad for like a week. And like I said to you guys in the beginning, I was so active, going to Pilates, and loved being outside like every day. And that literally gets ripped from you. My schedule, work, I was like on this high at work. Like everything, the month of August was at its peak. And that's what happens. So I was really sad, and I felt really alone. I felt like there wasn't anybody else out there that was like feeling what I was feeling, even though I know it's like not true, but like somebody like close to you, you know? And it wasn't until like I really talked to my husband about it, because even my husband, like everybody reacts very different to pregnancy, and my husband was very kind of protective in the beginning, like, oh, you can't pick that up, I'll pick it up for you. But he's a very routine person. So when I was like, hey, you need to make me breakfast, like he was like, why can't you make your breakfast? And we were pretty separate with our foods. Like he eats, like weighs his food and everything. I don't do that. I just eat proportionately, like by my eye, like measures it. So that was a bit of a change for us to take on. But then once I spoke to him and said, hey, like I'm mentally like really going through it right now, I feel like complete ass. Like the things that would trigger me, I'm remembering now, would even be like cooking. So that's why I needed him to cook for me. So like eggs, I really wanted eggs. I could eat them, but I couldn't see them cooking. And then even just opening up the refrigerator, the smell of the refrigerator made me so nauseous, and like I could totally start gagging. Even just the smell of the house, like I would feel so much better just going outside and getting fresh air. So, and then I know I'm like all over the place right now, but the working out was really important to me, and I was like, I'm gonna be that girl who's pregnant, working out, eating clean. Yeah, no, I haven't worked out in like 4 months. So sad to say. Like weights, like I tried so hard in my first trimester. I was like, okay, I can't go to Pilates, well, I'll do Pilates at home, I'll watch YouTube videos. Yeah, no, I tried doing that, and there was like these moves on the ground that was making me nauseous. I was like, I can't do it. So now that I am in second trimester, you hit second trimester, everybody's a little different, but by 13 or 14 weeks, they usually categorize it as second trimester. So I am feeling a lot better, not 100%. Today actually has been an interesting day. I've had a lot of nausea, and I don't know why, but it's normal. And don't think that nausea and vomiting is bad. It's actually a really good sign that your hormones are healthy, the baby is doing good. It's a good sign of pregnancy. So I'm just embracing it, because there's more days the second trimester where I feel like myself. So I can't complain having a little kind of minor day of some nausea. And honestly, you get used to it. You're just like, you know, we're walking in Target, I gag a little here and there. I'm like, all right. Like before, in the beginning, I would have been like, oh my God, like we gotta leave Target now. Like, cause you know, nausea, vomiting, it just triggers me. I'm gonna show you guys like how my bump is looking at 17 weeks. It's growing. Bump changes every day. Sometimes it's bumping, sometimes it's not as bumping, but it gets bigger progressively throughout the day. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and comment down below if you have any questions. If I need to make a part 2, what other videos you'd like me to make. I'm thinking of doing like a supplement video, like a quick video of supplements that I take, what I was taking before I got pregnant and now that I am pregnant. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. Let's be friends. Say bye, Lulus. Say bye, Cuckoos.